Every time you upload a piece of your life, whether it's a century-old family photo or a massive research file, you make a trade. You hand over your data to a giant corporation. Once those files are on their servers, you lose control. These companies can read them, copy them, or even lose them entirely if their servers crash or get hacked. Imagine a different world, one where you could prove a file belongs to you and rent out access for a specific time, without ever having to trust a middleman or a big tech company. This is why the Barcus network was built. It operates like a self-governing digital city, designed from the ground up to protect your privacy and your ownership. The protection starts before your data even leaves your house. It's scrambled and locked on your own device, so it's completely unreadable to the network from the very first second. When you register your locked data, the network creates a permanent, tamper-proof record of your ownership. It's like having a digital deed that the entire city recognizes. The city doesn't have one central vault. Instead, your data is divided into pieces and scattered across a global network of independent computers that act like local warehouses. To make sure these warehouses aren't cheating, the network uses watchdogs that act like mystery shoppers. These computers constantly check in on the warehouses to prove they still have every piece of your data safe and sound. If a warehouse fails one of these random checks, the penalty is automatic. The computer that messed up immediately loses its security deposit and is kicked out of the city. Because the system is run by math, you don't have to hope a tech company is being honest. The network's own economy guarantees your data survives. Managing the city's records is a specialized group of computers that act like a city council. Their job is to vote on every transaction and keep the master ledger of ownership up to date. That there is a strict wall between roles here. The council members can update the record book, but they are never allowed to see, touch, or even hold your actual data files. To keep the council honest, there are also independent auditors. They keep their own copy of the record book to make sure everything is being done by the rules, but they don't have any power to change the records themselves. For most of us, the gateway into this city is just a simple app on our phone. These apps let you prove who you are and manage your data without needing to understand the complex machinery running in the background. By splitting the city into these different groups of computers, the ones holding the files and the ones keeping the records, no single person or company can ever take control of the system. Usually, selling digital data is risky. Once you give someone a copy, there's nothing stopping them from keeping it forever or sharing it with the world. Barcus handles this by splitting your digital access code into several different parts. These parts are handed out to a group of trusted key holders who manage who gets in and out. When you lease your data to a buyer, that person has to collect parts from several different key holders at once. Only when they have enough parts can they reassemble the code and unlock your file. This is the clever part. No single key holder ever has enough of the code to open your vault alone. They're just guardians of a small fragment. This means your data access is controlled by a digital lock that follows your rules perfectly, rather than relying on a buyer's promise to delete a file. Think about what happens when a rental ends. If a researcher pays to access your data for 30 days, the network records that exact deadline. The second that time is up, the digital lock stops working. The key holders stop providing their code parts, and the buyer's access simply vanishes. You don't have to chase down payments or worry about stolen copies. The network enforces the exit for you. Automated code guarantees that you remain the boss of your own information, ensuring it's shared only when you want and with whom you choose. This digital city is built to be resilient. Because 6 different roles check each other's work, the system stays upright even if parts fail. If a warehouse computer breaks, your data is safe in others. If a council member lies, they are outvoted by the rest. The city is designed to have no single point of failure. This architecture works for everything, from preserving a century of stories to protecting highly sensitive scientific research. It's the last backup you'll ever need, ensuring that your digital legacy lives on, independent of any corporation, for generations to come.